Hey, what's going on, guys? Do you ever have those moments of regret or disappointment because you didn't follow through, you didn't do something? I had that this week, and I wanted to share it with you. I got the opportunity to walk the University of Texas campus and actually get to be down there to meet one of my son's professors, someone that had been over his cohort for his master's program. And he had been encouraging me all semester that I needed to really reach out and connect with her because he thought that the work that they were doing would be of interest to me. And specifically her and her background and experience, I would be fascinated with. And he was right. I went there, got an opportunity to meet an amazing woman, Erin Riley. She is doing amazing work at University of Texas. But I got an opportunity to see the lab, and I got to see all and hear a little bit about all the project work that they're doing. And I was just super impressed. And I walked out of there inspired and motivated. And then I hit the elevator. And on the way down the elevator, I started thinking about all the regrets that I had, thought about how cool she was as a professor and how I had always envisioned myself doing that, having some sort of academic career where I could impart some wisdom to the young minds coming up. And I always wanted to be a professor and or a teacher of some kind, and I didn't do it. And then as I was walking back to my car, I just thought about all the things that only I had. And so it didn't leave me. So I decided I would make a list, and the list got rather long. But I wanted to read them to you because I wanted to share a few thoughts. If only I had kept my mouth shut. If only I'd taken the time to finish that degree. If only I'd stopped listening to people tell me I was dumb. If only I had not taken that advice. If only I admitted I was wrong. If only I had to double admit that apparently. If only I had pushed a little bit harder. If only I had pushed a little bit less. If only I had stopped before pushing send on that email. If only I had refused to give up. If only I had a better education. If only I had more smarts and intelligence. If only I had a better personality. If only I was a better speaker. If only I had the personality everyone wanted to be around. If only I had more confidence. If only I had a reason to stay longer. If only I had a reason to leave sooner. If only I had said I love you one more time. If only I had gone by, even though I was tired. If only I had not acted like such a brat. If only I had not been so selfish. If I had only not been so afraid. If only I had been up for the adventure. If only I had slept in a little longer. If only I had not started looking. If only I had stood up for myself. If only I had used my words instead of my fists. If only I had taken one more shot. If only I had not said those awful words. If only I had stopped taking the abuse. If only I had a better upbringing. If only I had supportive and non-judgmental parents. If only I had treated her better. If only I had been a better dad. If only I had been a better coach. If only I'd stopped focusing on all the reasons why I shouldn't. If only I stopped shoulding myself to death. If only I stopped wishing for something else. If only I'd quit judging myself so harshly. If only I'd been born looking more like Ryan Reynolds. If only I had not started this list of regrets because, well, it's depressing. As I went through this, I started thinking of all the things I wanted to blame on circumstances or somebody else or, the lack of confidence, lack of courage. And as I was going through this list, I started to reflect on all the things that could have happened and all the things that didn't happen. And then I started thinking about all the things that did happen and all the things that have led me down the path to where I'm exactly where I am right now. And that, my friends, made me happy, made me grateful. There's all sorts of adages about looking through the windshield and not through the rearview mirror, right? It's the reason the rearview mirror is small. You want to minimize all the things that you didn't do and focus on what's ahead and what's right in front of you. And I guess I needed that opportunity to reflect on it. I'm not sure exactly why all the emotion came up for me like it did, but I'm glad it did. It gave me a list of all the things that I didn't accomplish, I didn't do. If only I had, I wouldn't have. And I wanted to share that with you because I know many of us are constantly seeking, searching, looking for what else life has to hold for us. And sometimes we spend way too much looking behind and what should have been instead of what is and what is going to be. Go out there, make a difference in the world, my friends. Make a difference in someone's life, and you will make a difference in your own life. I am living proof of that. And as always, ripple on.